there is some of it that is just dated because of time, because it has been 10 years. So
I think the first Iron Man held up. I quite enjoyed that.
Yeah, no, look, I don't think it's all of them. I think it's just some of them.
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
Mountain Mama, take me home. Angry roads.
Wait. Hello and welcome to episode 31 of Angry Roads. I'm Suzanne.
And I'm Dave.
And today we are discussing the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Not really in particular Endgame, but the lead up to Endgame.
Yeah, so we had something we planned for a while, the Easter weekend, to pretty much marathon
all of them,
minus a few that we'd seen, I suppose, more recently.
Yeah.
So we didn't watch Ant-Man and the Wasp again because it wasn't that long ago.
We didn't watch Captain Marvel again, obviously.
Yeah, because we just had seen that. So, but everything else, but we watched it in, I suppose, chronological order.
So not release order,
yeah,
but timeline order.
Correct.
Which for me, I had seen like bits and pieces. Seeing them in chronological order, the whole story made a lot more sense.
And for those of you that were following on Twitter, you would have seen us doing the track and the Tesseract.
Yes, because I never quite understood how the Tesseract went from Asgard to Fist. Infinity
Gauntlet. Yeah.
Trying to use the correct terminology now, because I've seen all of them.
#nerdwife. But yeah, so that's what we wanted to talk about. Thank you for tuning in, obviously. Please, if you do like what you've seen, hit subscribe, follow the social medias, yeah,
we would love to get to monetization by the end of this year, so help us reach our goal.
So, yeah, we marathoned them, and the two questions that I have, which we, again, did not discuss so that we could save it for this, was that out of... I suppose it started with generalized question. Which of the films, if you could only recommend one to somebody who was never going to watch others, who was only really in it for like one overall film, which one would you have recommended?
Now, you're saying like a film like the one that I enjoyed the most, or the one that kind of shows the most of the story?
No. Just exclude the story, exclude the overarching thing, just connectivity, doesn't matter. Just which one would you recommend to somebody who's only going to watch one?
Thor Ragnarok, like hands down. And I was really concerned rewatching it because I feel like we rewatched Doctor Strange and
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. And in my mind, that movie was hilarious. And then we watched it again, and just really not as much. Neither the first one or the second one. So I was concerned with both Doctor Strange and Thor Ragnarok, because they were my favourite ones. And Doctor Strange, still magnificent. And Thor Ragnarok, I was really happy that we got to watch it at home, because when we watched it at the cinema, I had to stop myself from laughing, because no one wants to be that person.
Yeah.
But, so yes, hands down, it is probably one of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
Wow. It's certainly definitely like the funniest Marvel film by far. And yeah, I don't know, Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, I mean, I didn't really enjoy the second one as much anyway, but the first one just didn't hold up.
No.
Anywhere near as much as I thought. Like, it was still fine, nothing wrong with it. But I liked it as much as I liked... like the Iron Man films. Like, they're not bad either. It's just that they just are there and they are the characters. But, like, I remember it being just so amazing and whatever.
I remember walking out of it and being like, that was great.
Look, I'm sure we're going to get slammed by the Marvel folk, but...
no, they'll agree. They know.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because I'll save it. Isn't Captain America the best character ever, other than Black Widow? Because let's face it, she is hands down the best character.
She's pretty good.
Hands down. She doesn't have any superpowers.
No.
She's literally just a Russian spy.
Yeah.
Who takes on aliens.
Yeah.
In Infinity War, when it is her and the highest ranking woman of Black Panther's personal guard. I'm so sorry, I don't know her name.
I don't remember her name. I didn't say it that much, so.
We
also didn't watch Black Panther.
Oh yeah. Because we saw it so recently.
Yeah.
But when both of them are taking on that alien woman, it is just so badass. I can't tell you. Or when she's taking on the Winter Soldier, Like, come on, she's the best character, hands down.
She's pretty badass, but I still think Cap is the one.
Because he not almost, but he rattles the little hammer.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But I mean, Vision picks it up, right?
Yeah, he just hands it to him.
Yeah, he's like, let's just go. Thor's like, good enough for me. Let's get out of here. And it's a great look. It's all a great set of films. Mm-hmm. I think that there is some of it that is just dated because of time, because it has been 10 years. So
I think the first Iron Man held up. I quite enjoyed that.
Yeah, no, look, I don't think it's all of them. I think it's just some of them. And humor tends to evolve, like The Simpsons.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like I always take The Simpsons as like where humor currently is. Like what's the standard for humor, and whatever The Simpsons is doing is quite likely it. And whether or not you agree with it or not, I think like whether or not you find it funny,
because I'll admit,
it just is the standard. The older things were funnier to me.
Oh yes.
But the newer stuff isn't as funny to me, but I know it's still funny.
Yes.
Because it's always current comedians, it's always current writers, because they rotate them out. You know what I mean? So yeah.
How about you?
If I just had to recommend one, just for film's sake, I'm going to say The Hulk.
Really?
I think that The Hulk is good as a standalone film. I like Edward Norton like a lot. I think he's really good. It is a little bit dated though as well. We watched it and I was like, this is very like 2009 or whatever it was.
What
2010.
was it? The filming techniques, the technology used in it, the CGI.
I can't.
Hulk.
No, the CGI was fine. I can't ever describe this to anybody whenever they ask me, if I'm being honest. But things that don't hold up to me when it comes to that just being dated, acting is different and storytelling is different. That's all.
Yeah.
So the way that stories get told in older films tend to be scene on scene rather than character building.
Yeah.
So like there's less explaining about each person and they just show you them doing something. Like here's a super unpopular opinion, I suppose, but like I really enjoy Star Wars films, don't get me wrong. But you watch the first original first one, so A New Hope, and you literally spend 10 minutes talking with Luke Skywalker before he's just doing something that I can't comprehend. He's on this hero's journey, but like, he was like, oh no, my uncle and auntie are on fire. Oh, I'm just going to go to a bar with a guy. Oh, I'm in space. You're like, he didn't actually say anything. I really don't have there's not a lot of care for him as a person because we don't spend time on that. We're just spending time going through the story.
Because his hero's journey is so basic, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in like the
classic way.
Classic, yes, that's probably the better word.
Yeah.
They don't have to kind of be like, he was sad when his family died.
For sure, and look, I understand that like everybody's sad if their family dies.
Yes,
this is not a new thing. It's just that like it's supposed to in today's cinema that would be a bigger point.
Yes. His
family being burnt to death would be one of the biggest points
and
as his character driving forward.
Like 30 minutes of them showing you what that has now done to him as a person.
Correct. It would have been his funeral.
Yeah.
Their funeral, sorry. It would have been like all of this stuff and him suffering and going through all this stuff.
Which, mind you, is like my least favourite part of any series or movie. And I understand that it has to happen.
Yeah.
But like the part between when a person dies and when the main character picks themselves back up again. Oh, I hate it. I literally hate it.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. My point was, even though it's a little dated in some of those things, it's still kind of okay. They go from scene to scene.
Yeah.
They show you the stuff, but really, at the end of the day, it's one of the only origin story films that we've gotten like this time around. Oh, I suppose Thor was quite similar, but that they didn't spend a lot of time yip-yapping about where he was from.
Yeah.
It was kind of after the fact, and
it was literally like he was a scientist.
Yeah.
He now lives in...
But they did it in the credits. And, and I think that was something that was really smart in Batman v Superman as well. Like, they just did the Batman scene of him as the opening credits. And then, that's enough. Like, we get it. We know who he is. I get that it used to be important to show us every portion of their origin. But I don't think it's as important anymore. So I think that the Hulk holds up as its own film. regardless. And
I always forget that it's part of the
DC. And I guess they're not using Edward Norton again, which,
y'all knew.
They should have known to begin with, because apparently he just never does sequels, but makes it hard to, see it as part of the universe, I guess. Yeah. But it is part of the universe, and I think that he was a great Bruce Banner, I think, which is the main thing.
I think that was something that I really did enjoy about the movies, watching them all back to back, was that it didn't matter how small the character, it was always the same actor or actress.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think
Except for the Hulk.
Well, I think the most impressive one to me, and I will say this in the last 30 seconds, is the Guardians of the Galaxy guy's mum. Like, the fact that it was the same mum that was in the hospital was the same mum that was in the car with Ego. And I'm like, they really didn't have to. No one's going to remember who she actually was.
No.
But they still did it. I was impressed. I thoroughly enjoyed the marathon.
And, there was one other actor that they changed. Tony Stark's dad.
Oh,
Howard Stark. He changed, but, only from the first one to the second one, because they then got the younger actor in Captain America films, which is fine. And then they changed the dad.
But I think one of the dads was the same dad that they used in Agent Carter. So
correct. It's the second one. The second one they used him again.
The first one, he was from Mad Men, and that was the only reason I remembered, because I loved him in Mad Men.
I think the other guy was in Mad Men as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Anyway. Well, thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us and watching our 31st episode. If you would like to support our channel, please subscribe or follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Don't know how far this actually goes. And we will see you again later this week. Bye-bye.